Water has always been a source of life, but sometimes it hides secrets that should remain untouched. This is the story of a chilling encounter with the icy depths. Make sure you're warm and comfortable as I tell you the tale of what lies beneath the ice. In a quiet town nestled by a vast frozen lake, winters were long and brutal. The lake, called Black Hollow, stretched for miles and was infamous for its dark, icy waters. The locals whispered stories of strange disappearances and eerie echoes that seemed to rise from beneath the ice. Most dismissed these tales as old superstitions, but those who lived close to the shore avoided the lake after sundown. 25-year-old Clara had just moved to Black Hollow. She was a freelance photographer, drawn to the serene beauty of the frozen landscape. One morning, as the sun painted the snow with hues of orange and pink, she ventured out to capture the lake's untouched beauty. The air was frigid, her breath misting in front of her as she made her way across the frozen surface. The ice groaned beneath her feet, but the allure of the perfect shot pulled her forward. She stopped at a spot where the ice appeared darker, almost as if something was trapped beneath it. Kneeling, she peered down and froze. Below the surface, a pale human face stared back at her. The features were distorted, lips slightly parted as if screaming, and the eyes wide with terror. Clara scrambled back, her heartbeat thundering in her ears. She tried to convince herself it was an illusion, a trick of the ice. But something about the face felt too real. Trembling, she took a photo and hurried back to her cabin. That night, she couldn't sleep. The image of the face haunted her. She uploaded the photo to her laptop, zooming in to examine it more closely. The details were undeniable. Pale skin, strands of dark hair, and eyes that seemed to follow her even through the screen. But what sent a chill down her spine was the faint impression of a hand pressed against the ice, as if the person had been trying to claw their way out. Clara decided to show the photo to the local sheriff the next morning. When she arrived at his office, his expression darkened as he examined the picture. "You need to stay away from that lake," he warned. "There are things out there that we don't mess with." He told her a story about a group of teenagers who had vanished on the lake 20 years ago. Their bodies were never found, but strange sightings began after their disappearance. Faces beneath the ice, voices calling for help, and shadows moving where no one should be. Despite his warning, Clara couldn't resist the pull of the mystery. The next night, she returned to the lake, armed with a flashlight and her camera. The ice groaned louder than before, the sound echoing in the stillness. She approached the same dark spot and knelt down again, shining her light into the ice. The face was gone. A sudden crack echoed through the night, and she felt the ice shift beneath her. Panic surged as she scrambled to her feet, but it was too late. The ice gave way, plunging her into the freezing water. The shock stole her breath, and as she struggled to surface, she felt something cold and strong wrap around her ankle. Clara thrashed, desperate to break free, but whatever held her was relentless. She looked down and saw them, pale hands reaching up from the depths, their fingers icy claws. Faces emerged from the darkness, their eyes empty voids that seemed to pull her deeper. Her screams were muffled by the water as her flashlight sank, its beam fading into the abyss. The next morning, the townsfolk found her camera lying on the ice near a jagged hole. The last photo captured was a blurred image of pale faces and outstretched hands beneath the ice. Clara's disappearance became another legend of Black Hollow Lake, a warning for those who dared to venture too close to its frozen depths. But on quiet nights, some say you can still hear her screams echoing across the ice, mingling with the whispers of those who came before her. Black Hollow Lake remains frozen in time, its secrets locked beneath the ice. But for how long? Would you dare to walk across its surface, knowing what might be watching from below? Until next time, stay safe and stay warm.